I came for the fishing, you know? And then all the other stuff that you find along the way just makes it that much better. Literally, it's just like treasure around every corner. You don't know what you're gonna find, and when you do,
no way.
Well,
No way.
It makes it all worth it. Good morning, everyone. As you can see, I had a ridiculous thunderstorm come through last night. It started off with just the lightning and the thunder, and then suddenly a fish just freaking surfaced behind me. Anyways, then the rain just came crashing down. It was ridiculous. I wasn't sure if the tarp would stand up, but fortunately it did, so I stayed dry. So did my gear. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna get much sleep with that happening, but after it went away, I crashed and slept till like 6, so that's pretty good for me on these type of trips. Anyways, I've got a big portage ahead of me here, so I better get the rest of my gear packed up. Then we'll head across the lake through the gap in the trees behind me. All right, guys, I'm just in the middle of my portage here. I had met this road and I thought I was gonna have one of the easiest portages ever, but you're only on it for about 100 meters. Then I noticed this barrel. Now, I'm not sure if the park had left it on this trail as like a warning or if someone's had a bear encounter in the last couple days, but that's pretty alarming. I'm gonna be honest, I've been pretty lazy this trip and I've just been leaving my food in my barrel. I've never had really an encounter. Didn't really think much of it. Usually I throw it up in a tree, but the other day, at the end of the night, I was like, it'll be fine. Did the same thing last night. After seeing that barrel, I think I may throw it back up in a tree. Looks like the better option. Anyways, I gotta get my canoe. Oh, that was sketchy. Yes. All right, guys. I've made it through the Portage. It was only 1,700 meters. Second biggest one of the trip. Glad to have it behind me, but it wasn't that bad. The lake I'm on now has brook trout and lake trout, so I've got an upsized spoon on my other rod because the spoon has just been doing so well. And hopefully we either get a bigger brookie or we get a lake trout on the end of the line, because that would really cap off this trip. Anyways, I'm gonna get it on the water here. This lake is kind of the decision lake for me. I either continue on my loop through this lake and on some more portages, or I stay on this lake tonight and go straight to my truck tomorrow. I'm leaning towards continuing on with my loop because I really want to just get it done. But I do know that tomorrow looks like a ton of rain. So anyways, we're gonna do some fishing and we'll decide after that. Well, there's been no luck so far fishing this lake. I'm honestly starting to get a little bit of a bad, eerie feeling almost. And not because I feel like something is gonna happen, just for the fact that I have not seen a soul all day. I'm on a pretty big and popular lake, especially for fishing. And I really thought I was gonna bump into some people. And I haven't seen anybody, not a soul. And I'm not complaining, because honestly, to be in a place like this and have it all to yourself is very far and few in between. But it's also just pretty remarkable. So I'm going to take advantage of it and just keep on fishing away here. I was really hoping one would bite as I was doing this little talking segment, but can't win them all. All right, so I'm just in the middle of my portage here, the next portage. And, oh, that's a muddy pit. And I love the things you come across on these things. So the first one I didn't mention, but I ended up seeing a moose print and a bunch of moose droppings. I don't know, not really intending on seeing a moose on this trip, but if I did, I wouldn't be upset about it. And then on this portage, I seen these two like railway planks in the ground that said road crossing that are in the ground. So whoever put those in, that's funny and so random. And then I just seen another moose print. So pretty cool. Would really make the trip something else if I seen the moose, but I'll take the little signs that they're here as a good omen and continue on my way. All right, guys, I have made it into a lake with probably one of the coolest names in the park. I haven't really mentioned where I'm at in this trip, just due to the fact it's not a very popular route. And, you know, Algonquin has its secrets. I will say, if you get some maps, you will find where the brook trout are. And that's about as much as I'm gonna give you today. Anyways, this is a tiny lake, and I'm just gonna try and enjoy it here. There's supposed to be brookies, so I'm gonna fish for as long as it takes, and hopefully I can get one. But there's no wind. It's a beautiful day right now. I thought it was gonna rain, so I'm just going to enjoy this before I go on yet another portage. Okay, that looks really muddy. Okay. You're just gonna get a little muddy here. That's not terrible. That's not great either. Oh, that's gone. Oh, I had dry feet. Holy shit. Holy. It's swimming towards me. No way. Yes. Yes. Right in the corner of the mouth. Oh no. Keep down. Damn it. Yes! 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 No way! No way! Yes! Oh my god! Oh, and it came off the hook. Oh, wow. Just caught a lake trout. As if, honestly, in disbelief right now. Wow, what a beautiful fish. Perfect eater size too. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. All right guys, I had to get the big camera out here, but man, look at this fish. Beautiful lake trout. I'm shaking, I'm so excited. As I said in the beginning of this trip, like if I could catch one fish, I'd be happy, and it was a brook trout. And I caught 6 that first day, had a ton of opportunities. This morning, I missed 2 more brook trout at the island I camped on. I wasn't even filming. And then the rest of the day, I fished and fished and fished, and then to finally hook onto one and it be a lake trout, perfect eater size. Oh, I can't get much better than that. The lure that got it is a Mepps Cyclops. My stepdad Brad got me onto these, and I'm hooked every time I'm out in a lake and I need to catch a fish. I troll one of these and I usually catch some fish. This lure itself has probably caught me 50 plus fish, I don't know. But great lure. They make tons of colors, but this blue, red, and silver, it's been an absolute banger for me. Yes! Yes! Awesome. Well, I just spent the last hour prepping firewood, trying to find it. I knew a lot of it was wet, but I was just hoping I could make it happen. Fortunately, I couldn't, so propane it is. Let's switch these up. I'm actually going to batter these ones. This is a lemon pepper catch and cook. Give that a go. I'm just gonna cut into smaller pieces. Just gonna mix it in the bag. This is one of those batters. You can just put it on with the fish a little wet. You can either do that or mix it, but we're not getting crazy today. Oh yeah. Well guys, the trout is ready. Oh, looks delicious. Such a treat and such a big portion in comparison to a brook trout. By far the best thing I've had all trip. Oh my gosh. That coating just gives it a light dusting. It's not super thick, but just a little crisp and some flavor. The last piece, I could have just kept the camera rolling. Nice and crispy. Now it's time for dinner. Oh, he's eating it. No way. Wow, that was absolutely delicious. Even the loon behind me agrees. That's what they were chewing on there, was the carcass that I had thrown in the water. So nothing went to waste on that lake trout. And my fire started going. I don't know if you can hear that behind me, but as I was cooking that up, the fire started going. I had a bunch of hardwood, but a lot of it's wet on the exterior, but now it's really starting to get going. So I was able to boil some water on the fire because that's my actual dinner, is one of those packs. But I'm a little nervous I'm going to run out of propane if I'm not careful. I have to at least get through tomorrow, and if I have to, I have some jerky and stuff to get me through. But I prefer to have my hot meals if I can. It's supposed to get a lot of rain tomorrow, so I might be in a bind for a fire tomorrow night. Even tonight, I mean, I could have looked a little harder for wood, but I'm just running low on time. I still have to get everything back cleaned up before it gets dark. But yeah, I wasn't really expecting to catch that lake trout. I was honestly going to move on and start jumping lakes because I'm nervous on my last day. I have a huge journey that day. Like, it's a third of this whole trip that I'm doing in 5 days is in that one day. So that's the last day's worry. We won't worry about it now. But honestly, I wasn't expecting that fish, and that fish just changed my whole plans. It was like, oh, okay, I better make a fire, get ready to cook this thing up. Whoo! So awesome. Anyways, I'm gonna get my gear packed up and get ready for bed. Well, guys, this trip has got to be one of the best I've had. The fishing has been amazing. Yesterday, it felt like no matter what I was going to do, I was going to catch fish. I had so many different opportunities. And then today, I had 2 opportunities in the morning, missed them, just small brookies, and then I fished 3 or 4 different lakes. And I was thinking about taking a different route, getting home a day earlier. And I thought, no, stick it out. Let's see what's ahead of us. And lo and behold, that first lake in, I ended up catching the lake trout. I had to put in the work, but I was rewarded, and it was absolutely delicious. But yeah, it's been a while since I've been on a trip like this. Algonquin was the last time here, but the big trout loop, and it was 5 days. And this is 5 days again, and it's a lot different this time for some reason. I think life has changed a lot. I feel different now. But I'm really enjoying it. I miss stuff like this. I mean, I've got this whole lake to myself. I'm the only one out here. It's beautiful. Anyways, I have to finish what's left of my dinner. And then I really need to get some sleep because we still have 2 big days ahead of us. Tomorrow's a little bit easier, but there's said to be a lot of rain in store. And then the last day, I have quite the journey ahead of me. So I'm going to rest up, and I'll see you guys in the morning.